You get to know your plants, just like with animals. Different animals have different personalities or ways to respond to their environment. Plants do the same thing. And so when before we could raise things like petunias or begonias, now if we put them in, either you have to water them a whole bunch or they just shrivel up. And so, yeah, I think being a gardener and paying attention to what's stress, how it's reacting, what is doing well, has made me a lot more sensitive to climate change. So we've been here in Lubbock for about 29 years. We've been gardening at this house for about 28 years. And when we moved here, things were very different. And actually, a lot of it that we inherited is now gone because of climate change. The only thing that really remains is a maple tree in front, which looked much better when it was younger, when we had more rain evenly, and when it wasn't quite so hot and dry for a long period. Now the maple doesn't look as well, but it's a full-grown tree, so we're trying to nurse it along. So what we got from our previous owners was good at the time, 28 years ago, but we've really had to redo everything since. I think the most challenging part of maintaining the garden has been dealing with hot temperatures and then hot, dry wind, because our roses can look wonderful one day and then they can look just dried like they're a part of a wreath the next day because of the hot wind. First, it seems like when storms do come, they're often more intense. Many years we've planted and then been hailed out in June when the plants are just starting to really grow. So that's been a problem. It seems like we get more rain at one time, maybe 4 to 5 inches, and then nothing for a month or a month and a half. And that's a problem in terms of then the dryness, dry, hot winds. I think that one of the most important things is to have soaker hoses, because they tend to water deeply instead of just at the surface. And so watering deeply, maybe once, even a week, beats watering the surface almost every day. We also mulch both with compost that we make here at the house, and then instead of taking the leaves from the fall in the spring when we're cleaning up and throwing them away, we shred them with the lawnmower and put them right back on the garden. We'll see how the weather progresses. Climate change brings about swings, but if we see that it's going to continue to get hotter and drier, which is one of the predictions, then yeah, we're going to have to go more toward cacti, more toward rock decorations, and get rid of even more of our grass and our greens.